Today we are headed north down Highway 89 through Utah, and we found some amazing little towns to take a look at, and also a hidden trail, the Butch Cassidy Trail, with some amazing history in Bryce Canyon. Come along with us and join the adventure. Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. Today we are along the highway headed to Orderville, and we have stopped along the way and we have found a little placard here that is talking about the settlement of Long Valley in Mount Carmel, Utah. It was the first written account of the exploration of Long Valley, and it was given by John D. Lee in 1852. Coming from Parowan, the explorers were under the direction of Bishop John R. Smith. James Lewis kept the records. And then over here it's also Dr. looks like Pretty Meeks, a pioneer doctor and a community leader. He was born August 29, 1795 in South Carolina, died October 7th, 1886 in Orderville, Utah. And this is basically where they settled. As you can see here, all the beautiful mountains in the background. It's a beautiful valley and a lot of cars going by on the highway. But this is where we're headed. We're going to share Orderville with you, and we're going to head on down the highway. All right, here we are in Orderville, and this is the rock shop. It's right here. You can see there's kind of an old Flintstone mobile in front of it. There's the rock shop. Espresso, soft ice cream, rocks, fossils, and jewelry. And then right down the road over here, you'll see there's another rock shop. One thing about a lot of these little roadside towns, the old rock shops and things they have, a lot of reference to mining. This building is of course shaped like a giant rock. Looks like maybe they had a flag that used to fly up top. Wish it was still there. Right over here, there's some rocks outdoor to look at. And also a metal dinosaur. Oh, that is a vicious looking dinosaur. Sorry about the noise in the background from the road, as it is right there. A tremendous amount of rocks to look at. Give you a good case of tetanus, probably. The old metal dinosaur. Petrified wood. Tremendous selection. Those are. You pick up on that. It's glistening there in the sun. Snakeskin agate. Beautiful rock. Found some shade. It's about 95 degrees. Iron County. A lot of this right here is what you find where we used to look at those kilns, the beehive kilns that are out there we've filmed. And obsidian. I understand a lot of arrowheads are made out of obsidian. Very hard glass-like substance, kind of black, and able to chisel that and make it extremely sharp. See, it's all over the ground here. There's a pile of lava rock you can buy for $3 a pound. And a lot of other rocks on the ground. And then over here, you'll see that it used to have a dinosaur. It looks like made out of bones. Maybe some old wood. That looks like old bones. And now, it is fallen over and just laying in the weeds. Well, that's a shame. We love to see old dinosaurs. Says they've got the best donuts in town. I'm almost guessing they've got the only donuts in town. Now, if you like what you see here, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps support the channel. And hey, subscribing to the channel doesn't cost you a thing. We also have some merchandise down below. If you'd like to pick up a hat or a mug, well, that'll help support the channel and keep the sun out of your eyes and your drink warm. So be sure if you ever hit old 89A that you stop by this rock shop, as there's so much to see. When you head into a rock shop, you got to buy something that's rocks, but You know, rock candy, that's always one of my favorites. So picked up a little bit of rock candy here at the rock shop, because you gotta buy something. You can't leave a rock shop empty-handed. So, rock candy in hand. Let's move on down the road. Now this is Orderville proper, right downtown. Don't blink or you're gonna miss it. Love the old motel retro sign with a Starlight Motel and Restaurant. Now here in Orderville, you can see the hillside in the background with all the numbers up there. And those are right above the high school on that beautiful hill, where they've put basically the graduating years and people that have attended and what goes on at the high school. So all those numbers up there represent probably the graduating years or class of on that hill right behind the high school. As you come down, you can see the old gas station, but it is now a Sinclair with a dinosaur on the front, but that station has been around for quite a while. And the sign up on top looks newer, but it's supposed to look dated. And that is the Zion Gas, Food and Drinks Fuel Up Station. A small little main street. Just gonna kind of walk down and see what's right here alongside the highway, because I'm telling you, we are right alongside the highway. And this is part of that old hotel, or motel I should say. You can see what's left of the Starlight. It's a very old building made out of brick. Looks like maybe still occupied in a few rooms. This would have been one of the old signs for the motel and restaurant that were here. And that's really all that's left. Just an old box with some wood on it and the old metal pole. There's a couple old buildings here as well. Ice cream, soup, and sandwiches, says right up top. Old construction. See what's happening here on the three buildings on Main Street that are on the right. You know you're in a small town where the only place you can get ice cream and a nice little restaurant is closed on Saturdays and Sundays. With the traffic that I see out here, that seems like a big mistake, but I'm not the owner. But it's a very nice little restaurant, as you can see inside, I hope. Kind of looks like an old 50s diner a little bit, with wooden tables. Nice old sandwich board sign ready to put outside, but not today. We're not getting any food or ice cream. Looks like some kind of a structure here with a giant heart hanging on it. Looks like it's been there for some time. And so is that house in the background. Nothing on this old heart that's swinging here. But that's a fairly large piece of stone shaped into a heart. Look at this old retro sign made out of neon for the Parkway Motel. And when it has a vacancy, I'm sure that is lit up. It's got an amazing pool out front. And beautiful trees and home across the way. It's like an old structure in the back. A lot of these old houses here have the old pioneer style buildings in the back. And most of them on the side streets, but the main streets a little bit more modern, I guess, but still a very old town for sure. A little better view of the town from the side street. Again, active highway for as many businesses that are closed. You would think that this would be a great little tourist stop alongside the road. It looks like they've got some new dwellings behind with numbers on them, like they're going to put a new hotel there, some new rooms for the Starlight Motel. You can see them back there. That would be very nice. And these are probably a few of the oldest buildings in the downtown area right here, which was probably the old Mercantile, the wood building, and then of course the cafe that was closed down. And then I think that was the little restaurant that was open with the Starlight, that one right in the middle. One thing you gotta love about Sinclair gas stations is they've always got the dyno, and the kids just love it. That's a big draw. Because what kids don't like dinosaurs, especially when you have to stop on a road trip and fuel up, it's a little boring. Might as well include the dinosaur. So this little town on the highway here is extremely busy, and you know the main reason is because from the Grand Canyon all the way in Arizona down the road, headed south, it comes all the way up and goes towards Bryce Canyon. So all of these people are traveling to go to Bryce Canyon, which is absolutely epic and worth seeing. And then of course, all the way back down the road, if you're coming towards from like Salt Lake, to go towards the Grand Canyon. So on either end of this highway, there's a tremendous amount of scenic views and things to do. Okay, so we found a little museum. Little frame outside. It's got some plowing equipment. It says, "Welcome to Long Valley, home of the Orderville United Order." And it's donated by Long Valley Chapter, the FHA, in Orderville. There's a little bell out front. Let's see what this is. This is on December 17th, 1901. The first church in Orderville was dedicated by Apostle A.O. Woodruff of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this bell hung in the tower and was used each Sunday to call people to church. It was also to warn people of fires until the building was torn down in 1956. It's an amazing old bell. On the front of this one, it says this is the Old Rock Schoolhouse. In 1886 and 1887, after the United Order terminated, a public building was erected of native limestone and lumber from the Canyon Sawmill. So Orderville was established by the direction of the LDS Church. And this was established by a voluntary form of communal living defined by Joseph Smith. Orderville was settled primarily by destitute refugees from a failed settlement in the Muddy River in Nevada. This community started in 1875. Some very stern faces on those pictures. As I imagine you had to stay pretty still to get a photograph.
It broke up and they each took what they had and went and built a community, and it's kind of people, this place where...
And this building was built out of the block of the original school. And this ceiling is actually the original floor of the school. You can see there's a fireplace. And what better to do with an old fireplace than to put your old lever action and your other shotgun right there, double barrel. Museums are fascinating, as they always have a lot of pieces from the town, a lot of history. From pioneer nails that you see up here, all sizes. Of course, the old wardrobes that they used to wear, and fascinating old photos.
I happen to be right here from this man, Thomas Chamberlain.
This is an amazing photo. Look at the kids. Do not smile. You don't want to ruin the picture. And the puppy right down below. I bet it was hard to get the dog to stand still. That's probably why he's a little blurry. Just walking out of the little museum and found this old garage, but look at what's back in here. Looks like part of an old sawmill. You can see there, you never know what you're gonna find, but this is interesting. Look at the old metal case right there on this wagon. Piece of farm equipment. Just old antiques, just stored under a tree. But again, that old case, I was fascinated by. Now this is one of the original houses here, and it's well preserved, but you'll see around the side that there's the original old house next to it. So we're just kind of driving out of town. Really no place to park right here. Right past this old horse trailer, you'll see one of the old original houses of Orderville. So Orderville was basically established by destitute settlers that came from Muddy Creek, Nevada. So this town was really, destitute refugees from that area, Muddyville, Nevada. You can see what a beautiful area they settled. We're right outside of one of two stores that are here, a Family Dollar, because we were extremely thirsty. And we're gonna stop in here and get something to drink on the road, as it is fairly hot today. So on down the road we go. We're heading to an exciting destination, Butch Cassidy's Hideout Trail, as you can see right there behind me. But this time, we're gonna mountain bike it and share this destination with you. This is the Cassidy Trail in Red Canyons, and this isn't just another pretty hike. It's a chance to walk and mountain bike the paths that were used by Butch Cassidy and the Wild Bunch, the infamous outlaws, to evade the law right here in Bryce Canyon. This is a very picturesque location, and it would become known as part of the Outlaw Trail. It was also a primary filming location in 1969, the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Now, Robert Redford and Paul Newman have been in this area for filming, but let me tell you, we mountain bike quite a bit, and this was an amazing trail, and look at the beauty. All right, mountain biking Butch Cassidy's Hideout Trail, Bryce Canyon, came to the end right here. As you can see, the beautiful views. And of course, had to throw in a couple of great photos with all the fun. It's an accomplishment to get to the top of this trail on a bike, but definitely worth it. All of this picturesque scenery was seen by a lot of outlaws and a lot of polygamists, I was told, hid in this area as well from the law. And you can see why it would be a good hiding spot. It's an extremely deep canyon in places you just can't quite get to unless you're on horseback. We hope you enjoyed this adventure down Highway 89 to all these destinations with us. And until our next adventure, goodbye from Weekend Escapades. And by the way, we found some of these buffalo along the road. We'll see you in the next one.